Hey YouTube, this is Lance Cannibal, and today I'm going to be doing a quick review on the Magpul B.A.D lever. It's an awesome system. I've had this on my weapon for a few months now, and I love it. It's great. It's a great system for using for training, for shooting, everything. And I'm actually kind of surprised that a company hasn't came out with this idea already before Magpul. But basically what the system is it mounts to the ping pong paddle that is the bolt catch. And when it mounts to it, it also has a piece that runs down through and around into the trigger guard area, down and through here. Now, this doesn't really apply too much for like tactical reloads when you run your gun dry and then you have to slap a new magazine in and get back in the fight, because typically you always are trained with using your non-dominant hand to hit the ping pong paddle. What this system is great for, though, is for remedial action drills. When you have a weapon malfunction and instead of just doing the tap, rack, bang and getting back into the fight, you're going to have to actually take the magazine out, lock the bolt to the rear, and be able to try to fish out any double feeds or anything like that might be in your weapon system, causing it to malfunction and not fire. But without this system, this is how I was trained in the Marine Corps. Basically, you got your weapon system, bang, 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 you're shooting, you're shooting, you're shooting. Now all of a sudden, weapon malfunction. Tap, rack, bang, weapon malfunction. Okay, great. I got to go into remedial action, and I'm going to have to strip out this old magazine that's probably crap, and I'm going to have to lock the bolt to the rear. Now, by doing that without the B.A.D lever, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to take your dominant firing hand right here and take it off of the actual weapon, which this is the only time you actually you're trained to do that in a combat situation. Typically, you're always going to have your firing hand on the weapon ready to rock and roll. Well, with a weapon malfunction where you have to do remedial action, you have to take it off, you're going to have to grab the charging handle from up top, and you're going to have to use your non-firing hand to push into the ping pong paddle as you pull the bolt to the rear. That's all well and good, but it takes a little time and it takes a little bit more motor skills, especially if you're in a combat situation. Motor skills go right out the window. So that's why, good training is always important. But still, in a stressful situation, you're going to be fumbling around, and in that kind of a situation, seconds count, and that means you could die. So this system is great because instead of having to take your firing hand off of the weapon to come up to grab the charging handle to lock the bolt to the rear, what you can now do is use your firing hand, which controls everything else on the weapon as far as the magazine release and the safety and everything like that. You can leave it in position, ready to go. So what you could do is you have a weapon malfunction. You can use your trigger finger, and all you have to do is push up onto the B.A.D lever and use your non-firing hand, racking the bolt to the rear. After you clear out the malfunction, you can then use your trigger finger, pushing down on the B.A.D lever, and get the weapon ready to rock and roll again. So that's why I love this system. It's not for everybody, but for anybody conscious about combat shooting, tactical shooting, or competition shooting, this is an awesome system. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section.